If you're using AI for coding, you've definitely hit this wall when you try to generate code with Claude, Gemini, or OpenAI large language models, and they end up using documentation from old sources. The reason why is because these models are trained on old data. So it's incredibly frustrating when this happens. So that's where Context 7 comes in. It gives you access to the latest documentation of over 19,000 libraries for free. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. We're going to connect Claude Code to the Context 7 MCP server, which is going to give us the latest up-to-date knowledge instantly when we need it. I'll show you exactly how it works, how to set it up, and get you connected to the latest documentation in seconds. Let's get started. So when you go to the Context 7 main website, you'll see that you can search for any documentation. For example, I want to look for Mistral's latest documentation. If you click that, they have all the documentation. So it's all pulled in here. So now we're going to open up a terminal, and we're just going to go inside of a project that I'm working on, and we do Claude MCP list. And you can see I don't have the MCP server installed. So in the main website, you go to MCP server. If you scroll down, they give you a command where you can execute. We'll run this one. We'll add that. And now we can start up Claude. And we can do the /mcp command. And you can see we have Context 7 connected. So now I'm going to put this on plan mode. And what I want to do now is put together a test where I pull the latest documentation on Mistral and see if I can get it working on my project. So what we're going to do, we're just going to create a test inside Mistral OCR directory and just create like a simple Playwright test. So let's prompt Claude. All right, so we put together a prompt with a goal and a task. Basically, we want to pull the latest documentation on Mistral OCR NodeJS documentation, and also use Playwright to create a test to make sure it works as expected. So let's send that off. And basically, I'm using plan mode just to create a plan first to review, and then we can execute on, because we want to give Claude as much context as we can. And now you can see it's using the Context 7 MCP server to pull the latest documentation. And what's really cool, what's happening behind the scene, is that it's pulling the top matches based on what we were looking for. And if you hit Control R, you can expand and you can see what's going on behind the scenes. So it's pretty much scanning all this information to pull the expected data we want. So here it clearly says it's found a topic, OCR vision image processing. So we'll proceed with that. And now it's checking Playwright, because I told it to look for the latest Playwright documentation so we can write a test. So now Claude has finally put together a plan for me. Now I have to review it and verify it. So after reviewing the documentation and the plan, it says I need to add my Mistral API key, which I'm going to do that now before executing this plan. So everything looks good. I'm going to proceed and let Claude execute on this. All right, so after a few minutes, Claude just finished up generating all the contents. So we have a summary. Here's all the files that was created and the key features. So the key features are: it uses the latest Mistral TypeScript SDK patterns, tests both classes based on standalone function approaches, validates OCR response structure, pages, model, usage, and info, handles error scenarios gracefully, includes performance benchmarking, tests concurrent processing, proper environment variable handling, and comprehensive documentation. So it has delivered more than I asked for. So let's see if it works out of the box. So before I run everything, I'm going to go read the quick start guide and the README first. We'll run the first test, and that'll run all the tests. Let's see what happens. All right, so it looks like it completely failed, and things are not really working as expected. So I'm going to try to run the other commands and see if I get any luck with those. Let's run the basic API test. So it looks like things are just not working. I'm going to just review the code and see what happened. So I see that we have some invalid documents here because these URLs don't work. So after going back and forth with Claude, basically what happened is that Claude was providing some incorrect URLs. So he gave me a bad PDF URL, and he also gave me a bad PNG URL. So what I did, I just found some correct test data that's working as expected. Like for example, this, if you go navigate to this URL, it takes you to the PDF, and then I added a image locally on my machine, which is reading this PNG file. So after running all the tests, everything's looking good. all the tests pass, and it looks like I have a total of 12 tests that Claude gave me, where Claude allows me to analyze images and PDFs. So now I have working code of integrating Mistral into this project. So Claude was not all that perfect in doing a one-shot generation of the code. It does mistakes because it didn't provide me the right test data. So in summary, Context 7 just makes it so easy to extract the latest documentation, such as Mistral, and just pull it into the context within Claude Code, rather than having to, hunt down the URLs, copy paste everything into Claude.
And that's really all there is to it. As you can see, Context 7 MCP allows you to pull the latest up-to-date documents into your development environment, whether it be Claude Code, Cursor, Windsurf, or some form of interface. This saves a massive amount of time and helps you avoid the bugs, the debugging, and trying to search endlessly through the internet for the latest documentation. And the best part is completely free. So give it a try on your own projects. Let me know what you guys think. I also added the project that I'm working on, which has the Playwright test and the Mistral OCR implementation in the description. So feel free to check that out as well. And don't forget, and please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.